Have you ever noticed how just standing up from a chair feels harder than it used to? Or how a simple walk to the mailbox now feels like a mile-long journey? You are not imagining it. Studies show that nearly 30% of adults over 65 struggle with muscle weakness that steals their energy, freedom, and confidence. But it does not have to be this way. In today's video, we are going to share 5 simple, powerful foods that can help restore strength to your legs and bring new life to your everyday movements. These are easy changes you can start making today, right from your own kitchen. If you find this helpful, be sure to like this video, subscribe to Nutrition for Seniors, and tap the bell so you never miss a chance to feel stronger and live better. Now let's explore the foods that could help you walk taller and move with more ease. 1. The hidden foods that may be quietly stealing your strength. Do your legs feel heavier than they used to? Maybe you notice it when you're walking across the kitchen or stepping off a curb. A short walk that once felt effortless now leaves you a little winded, a little sore. You might chalk it up to age, and yes, time does change our bodies. But what if the real reason your legs feel weaker isn't just time passing? But what's on your plate? Most people don't realize this, but certain foods we eat every day, foods we grew up loving, can quietly wear down our joints and muscles. Over time, those little treats and comfort meals may be working against you, making it harder to move with ease, balance with confidence, or enjoy simple things like gardening or playing with your grandkids. Let's begin with one of the biggest culprits: sugar. It shows up in cookies, pastries, soft drinks, even in packaged sauces and dressings. Sugar creates inflammation in the body, and that inflammation doesn't just stay in the bloodstream, it settles in the joints, tightens your muscles, and makes your knees ache when you stand too long. When muscles are inflamed, they don't work as efficiently. They lose strength, coordination, and stamina. But there's another reason sugar is such a problem. After 60, it messes with your insulin. You see, insulin helps your muscles absorb glucose, their main source of energy. But when your diet is high in refined sugars, your body struggles to use insulin effectively. That means your muscles don't get the energy they need, leaving your legs feeling tired even when you haven't done much. Then there's the issue of weight gain. Excess sugar turns into extra pounds, and every added pound puts more pressure on your knees, hips, and ankles. That pressure wears down the cartilage that cushions your joints, which leads to pain, stiffness, and fatigue, and it becomes a cycle. The more you hurt, the less you move. The less you move, the weaker you get. So what can you do? The good news is you don't have to give up all sweets. You just need to make better choices. Swap out sugary desserts for fresh fruit, or try a little cinnamon on oatmeal or baked apples. Make treats at home using natural sweeteners like honey or dates. These small shifts can reduce inflammation and fuel your muscles instead of draining them. Now let's talk about another favorite fried food: fried chicken, French fries, onion rings. Those golden crispy bites are comforting and familiar. But they come with a catch. Fried foods are loaded with trans fats and saturated fats, which are major drivers of inflammation. These fats stiffen the joints and make muscles sluggish. They also slow down circulation, meaning less oxygen and fewer nutrients get to your muscles. Have you ever eaten a heavy fried meal and then felt bloated or tired afterward? That's your body struggling to cope. And when you're over 60, your metabolism slows, your liver works harder, and your recovery time takes longer. Your muscles don't bounce back the way they used to. A better alternative: bake instead of fry. Use an air fryer if you enjoy the crunch. Try roasting vegetables with olive oil and herbs. Small changes in cooking methods can help reduce inflammation and give your legs the chance to recover and grow stronger. Next up is white bread. It may seem innocent, especially when toasted with a bit of butter or used in a classic sandwich. But white bread is made from refined flour stripped of its fiber and nutrients. It digests quickly, spikes your blood sugar, then leaves you crashing soon after. These crashes drain your energy and leave your muscles undernourished. Even worse, white bread doesn't offer what your body needs. No protein, no magnesium, no long-lasting fuel. That means your muscles are working hard without any support. And over time, that constant strain leads to weakness and instability. Try switching to whole grain bread or options made from oats, rye, or sprouted grains. These take longer to digest, provide steady energy, and offer fiber and nutrients that support muscle function. Pair them with healthy fats like avocado or proteins like eggs, and your breakfast becomes a source of strength instead of strain. Let's not forget about alcohol. A glass of wine or beer, now and then, may seem harmless, But as we age, our bodies process alcohol more slowly. It stays in our system longer, and it interferes with the absorption of essential nutrients like calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D, all of which are critical for maintaining muscle mass and joint health. Alcohol also dehydrates the body. Dehydration tightens muscles and reduces circulation, which makes soreness more likely. And just like sugar, alcohol adds empty calories that often go straight to the belly and thighs, increasing the load on your lower body. This doesn't mean you need to give up alcohol entirely, but try drinking less often and always pair it with water. Choose non-alcoholic alternatives for everyday meals and save the wine for special occasions. When you look at the big picture, you can see a pattern. The foods we thought were comforting, sugar-fried foods, white bread, and alcohol are quietly adding weight, inflammation, and weakness to our bodies. They don't just affect how we feel after eating. Over time, they affect how we move, how we recover, and how we age, but the power to change is in your hands. You don't need a radical diet overhaul. You just need to start with a few intentional swaps. Replace one food, cook one meal differently. Pay attention to how your body feels, not just in the moment, but the next morning and the next week. Because your legs are not just limbs, they are your freedom. They carry you through your day, to your friends, your family, and your memories. Taking care of them now through smarter food choices means keeping your independence and your joy for years to come. If this message resonated with you and you're thinking of one small change you could try this week, go ahead and type "great" in the comments below. I'd love to know you're here and that you're walking this journey towards strength one step at a time. 2. The hidden ingredient that tastes like comfort but moves like a thief. Ever take that first warm spoonful of chicken noodle soup on a chilly day and suddenly feel 10 years younger? Or open a bag of your favorite savory chips and say, just a few, only to find the bottom of the bag? You're not alone. That satisfying flavor. Rich, deep, a little salty, brings us back to something safe, something familiar. But what if that flavor wasn't just comforting? What if it was quietly working against you? Today, we're going to talk about an ingredient that's hiding in more places than you'd expect. It's called monosodium glutamate, or MSG. You've probably heard of it before. Maybe you've even been told it's harmless. But after age 60, the way MSG interacts with your body can change. And the effects might be showing up in your legs, your balance, and your energy in ways you didn't realize. Let's take a closer look. What is MSG really? MSG is a flavor enhancer. It's been used in processed foods since the early 1900s, and it's common in soups, canned vegetables, salad dressings, frozen dinners, seasoning blends, instant noodles, and even some meats. You won't always see MSG on a label. It might be listed as hydrolyzed protein, autolyzed yeast, glutamic acid, or just part of natural flavors. It's used because it makes food taste richer, meatier, more umami. But here's the catch. MSG doesn't just trick your tongue, it can also interfere with how your nervous system communicates with your muscles, and that's where the trouble begins. What happens when you eat MSG? After 60, your nervous system is like a series of tiny messengers running between your brain and muscles. These messengers control everything from how you move your legs to how steady you are when you stand up. As we age, these pathways naturally become more delicate. Add MSG to the mix and things can get a bit scrambled. Some people over 60 notice muscle twitching, leg cramps, or a shaky feeling after eating foods with MSG. Others feel fatigued, like they just don't have the same strength they used to, even after a good night's sleep. A few even report tingling or numbness in their arms and legs. These symptoms may sound small, but together they can chip away at your confidence, your balance, and your ability to stay active. Now let's be clear. MSG isn't dangerous in the way a toxin is, but the way it interacts with aging bodies, especially those sensitive to inflammation or who already have joint pain, makes it worth understanding the inflammation factor. Here's another layer to this story. MSG doesn't just affect your nerves, it also contributes to inflammation. And inflammation is one of the biggest silent saboteurs of muscle and joint health. When your body is inflamed, it's as if the inner workings are constantly on high alert. Tissues swell, blood vessels constrict, muscles tighten. Over time, this chronic low-level inflammation leads to pain, stiffness, and reduced mobility, especially in weight-bearing areas like your knees, hips, and lower back. You might notice your legs feel swollen after dinner, or your fingers are puffy in the morning. You might brush it off thinking, oh, that's just age, but what you're eating could be playing a major role. The circulation link. Here's something else to think about: blood flow. Your muscles rely on good circulation to get the oxygen and nutrients they need. MSG, along with other additives like sodium benzoate or preservatives in processed food, can restrict blood vessels and reduce that vital flow, especially to the extremities. That leads to, you guessed it, leg, fatigue, cold feet, tingling slower, healing after small injuries, and a general sense of heaviness. When you walk or climb stairs, you deserve better than fake flavor. Now here's where we turn things around. You don't need MSG to enjoy flavorful food. In fact, your kitchen is already filled with better options. Real whole ingredients that not only taste good, but actually help your body feel good too. Try seasoning your meals with fresh or dried herbs like rosemary, thyme, oregano, basil, anti-inflammatory spices like turmeric, ginger, paprika, natural flavor boosters like garlic, onion, lemon juice, or apple cider vinegar, healthy oils like olive oil, which helps your body absorb nutrients and supports joint health. Even a pinch of sea salt used mindfully gives more depth to your meals than anything artificial. And if you're used to packaged meals or instant soups, you can start slow. Try making a big batch of homemade soup on the weekend and freezing portions for later. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be real. Real food, real results. We've seen time and again that when older adults remove processed MSG-filled foods from their diet, even just a few items a week, they start feeling better. Legs feel lighter, sleep improves, pain becomes more manageable, and energy returns in little welcome bursts. You may not notice it all at once, but one morning you'll rise from your chair with a little more ease. You'll walk to the mailbox without pausing. You'll feel like yourself again, steady, grounded, and strong, and it all starts with awareness. Your next step. So now you know. That simple seasoning packet, that instant noodle lunch, that can of soup labeled low fat but packed with additives, they might be part of why your legs have been feeling off lately. But there's no guilt here. We're not blaming the past. We're just building something better. Starting today, begin by reading a few labels. Pick one thing to swap this week. Maybe it's broth you make at home or herbs you dry from your garden. Maybe it's saying no to processed meats and yes to a fresh turkey sandwich. Small shifts, that's all it takes to begin restoring the balance. Share your journey. If this story made you think a little differently about your favorite pantry items, or if you've experienced that heavy leg feeling and you're ready to take back your strength, we'd love to hear from you. Type great in the comments below if you're with us, if you believe that good health starts with good choices and you're ready to nourish your body from the inside out. Because this isn't just about flavor. It's about freedom. The freedom to walk tall, to move with ease, to live fully in every season of life. And that, my friend, is a flavor worth protecting. 3. When vitamins turn against you. The surprising truth about vitamin A and E. It's a comforting routine, isn't it? You wake up, pour a glass of water, and take your morning vitamins. A little ritual of care. Maybe you've been doing it for years. After all, we're told that vitamins help fill in the gaps, keep our bones strong, our immune system sharp, and our muscles working well. And for the most part, that's true. But what if I told you that two of the most common vitamins, vitamin A and vitamin E, might not be helping you as much as you think? In fact, they could be slowly stealing your strength, especially from your legs. Not because they're bad, but because too much of a good thing can quietly become harmful, especially after the age of 60. This might surprise you. And if you've never looked at the fine print on your supplement labels, don't worry, you're not alone. Let's take this journey together and uncover the hidden side of vitamins that most people never talk about. The hidden danger in more is better. Let's start with a simple truth. Vitamins A and E are fat-soluble. That means your body doesn't flush them out each day like it does with water-soluble vitamins such as B and C. Instead, they're stored in your liver, in your fat tissue, and they build up over time. This is why high doses, especially from supplements, can become a problem. When you're younger, your body may tolerate that buildup better. But after 60, your metabolism slows, your organs process things more slowly, and what was once helpful can start causing unintended side effects, the kind that show up in your muscles, your joints, and your balance. Vitamin A. A little too much can hurt a lot. Vitamin A is essential, no question about it. It supports vision, immunity, and even skin health. But in high amounts, particularly from synthetic sources like retinol palmitate or retinol acetate, it becomes toxic to your system. This condition is called hypervitaminosis. And one of its earliest symptoms is muscle and joint pain, especially in the legs and lower back. People often describe it as soreness without reason or stiffness that doesn't go away after resting. Others feel weak, going upstairs, or struggle to get up from a low chair. And what's frustrating is that these symptoms are often blamed on just getting older. But it might not be age. It might be the buildup of excess vitamin A in your liver, quietly causing inflammation in your muscles and disrupting your mineral balance. You see, when there's too much vitamin A in the body, it interferes with your ability to absorb magnesium and calcium, two minerals critical for healthy muscle contraction and relaxation. Without enough magnesium, your muscles stay tight and cramp easily. Without enough calcium, they can't contract properly, leaving you with weakness, shakiness, or even sudden fatigue during simple activities like walking around the grocery store. And because vitamin A builds up slowly, you might not notice it until it's already affecting your mobility, whereas all this extra vitamin A coming from you might be surprised. It's not just your multivitamin. It could also be in cod liver oil, a popular supplement for joint health, fortified cereals, protein bars, energy drinks labeled with added vitamins, high-dose immune support pills. Even eating liver regularly while healthy in moderation can contribute to excessive vitamin A if combined with supplements. Most older adults need no more than 900 micrograms mcg of vitamin A per day. But many multivitamins and supplements contain far more, sometimes double or triple, especially if you're taking more than one product that contains it. And remember, the problem isn't immediate, it's cumulative, which means it may take months or years for the effects to show up, by which time your legs may already feel like they've lost their spring. Vitamin E, a surprising threat to strength and balance. Now let's talk about vitamin E, the antioxidant we've all heard about. It's supposed to protect your cells, help your heart, and slow aging. But like vitamin A, vitamin E is fat-soluble and gets stored in the body. And when taken in high doses over long periods, especially above 400 IU daily, it can start to interfere with more than just your digestion. Too much vitamin E can actually weaken muscle performance. Yes, you read that right. Instead of helping you stay strong, excess vitamin E can delay muscle recovery after activity, cause fatigue and low endurance, increase the risk of falling due to reduced coordination, interfere with vitamin K, which plays a key role in bone health and blood clotting. Many people over 60 already struggle with balance and slower reaction times. Adding a vitamin that further blunts muscle response and coordination can quietly increase the risk of falls, which, as you know, can be devastating at this stage of life. It's not about fear, it's about awareness. Most adults only need 15 milligrams, around 22 IU of vitamin E per day, but many capsules contain 200 IU, 400 IU or more. If you're taking one of those high-dose versions regularly, your muscles may be trying to tell you something. That off feeling in your legs, that soreness that lingers longer than it should, that might be your cue what you can do today. Let's take a breath together. This isn't about panic or guilt. It's about realizing you have more control than you thought. Here's where to start. Read your supplement labels. Look specifically at the amounts of vitamin A and E. Are they synthetic? Are they above the daily recommended intake? 2. Talk to your healthcare provider. Bring your list of supplements and ask, do I really need this much? They might recommend cutting back or switching to food-based sources instead. Choose real food for vitamin A. Go for carrots, sweet potatoes, spinach, and eggs, foods that offer beta-carotene, which your body can convert into vitamin A safely. For vitamin E, eat almonds, sunflower seeds, avocados, and leafy greens. These foods deliver balanced doses along with fiber, healthy fats, and other nutrients your muscles love. Or stay hydrated and keep moving. Water helps flush excess toxins and supports better circulation. 2 things that help your muscles stay flexible and energized. Listen to your body. If your legs feel heavier lately or your muscles feel tired, even after light activity, consider whether your supplement routine may need an update. The bigger picture, you didn't do anything wrong. You were trying to stay healthy, and that intention is beautiful, but now you know more. And knowing means you can do better for your body, your energy, and your independence. Because strength isn't about big muscles or long workouts. It's about being able to do what you love without pain, without fear, and without hesitation. Your legs carry your life. They carry your stories, your adventures, your future. Let's feed them wisely. If this message helped you think differently about your vitamins, or if you're ready to take a fresh look at your daily habits, type great in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. You're not alone in this. We're walking it together, one thoughtful step at a time. Before we move on, take a quiet moment and think about what good truly means for you. Good health, good moments with family, good days filled with strength and ease. If you are ready to protect those good things for yourself and your loved ones, simply type good in the comments below. We would love to hear your heart. Today we uncovered the hidden foods and habits that quietly weaken our legs and steal our freedom. But we also discovered the simple, powerful changes that can restore our strength. Choosing fresh fruits, whole grains, lean proteins, and cooking methods that nourish rather than inflame can breathe new life into your daily steps. Remember, change does not have to be overwhelming. It begins with one better choice today and another tomorrow. A small swap at breakfast, a little more water at lunch, a fresh salad instead of fried food at dinner. Every small step you take builds a stronger foundation under your feet. Your legs are more than just muscles and joints. They are the roots that keep you grounded in the life you love. By caring for them now, you are investing in more mornings of walking freely, more afternoons of playing with grandchildren, more evenings of simply moving without pain. You are not alone on this journey. Every change you make is a promise to yourself, a promise of strength, of freedom, and of joy. If you found an inspiration today or learned something that could help you or someone you love, do not leave without subscribing to Nutrition for Seniors. Each week, we bring you simple, heartfelt advice to help you stay strong, healthy, and independent. And before you go, leave us a comment below. Type good if you are ready to honor your health, to move with strength, and to embrace the beautiful journey ahead. We are so grateful to have you with us.